Tattershall Lakes Holiday Park is a 400-acre holiday park. It consists of 200 acres of water, 200 acres of land that we use for accommodation, facilities, activities. We look for those unique experiences that anyone of any age can enjoy. We provide something for everybody. Holiday parks typically buy all their caravans or obtain all their caravans from one location. In essence, it left everyone competing on price. We didn't want to compete on price. We wanted to provide something we was proud of. We'd seen the demise of some businesses, your typical beachfront hotel that had been struggling. We didn't want to be a business or a sector that had those same challenges, so there was a need to provide something different that enabled us to be more robust through difficult trading points and actually look at what our guests want as opposed to what we wanted to provide. Speaking to the customers about what they wanted and whether we would meet that, so that boiled down to our accommodation. We found that actually the person booking the accommodation and often making the decisions was mum. Typically caravans, you have a lounge at one end, bedrooms at another one, which didn't necessarily make for a great environment. So we had the benefit of changing our accommodation where the bedrooms are at different ends, more robustly built, and looked at it from a point of view of all the family enjoying it whilst they're all on holiday. So we looked at accommodation, we looked at the menus, we looked at our team and how they were going to help us get on that journey, because it wouldn't be down to just us making that decision.
It's just like a ladder, these next two pieces. Big steps for the pegs. Excellent work. You are halfway up the course now. Keep going, Aidan. About 5 more steps. Hey, there we go. Great work.
We've been fortunate to have investors that have invested into the estate. When we started this park, we had 20 high fleet units and it was a 300 pitch park. Now it's a 600 pitch park and we have 200 fleet units. So that's been one of the increases and it's been quite fortunate that we've been able to do that. Types of facilities, we've built 2 swimming pools, splash pads, built a high ropes, a brand new entertainment complex, now consists of 4 different venues where you can eat and drink. So for instance, this bar, we had a vision on this when we was developing the complex. So we had a brief that we would have a cocktail bar that was predominantly adult themed, and the team went to found local suppliers that could help us deliver on that vision, and we now got 120 gins. We've changed our menus. We're now in a position to offer menus that we think could stand alone on the high street. We looked into seasonal menus. We look at local produce, quality produce, and able to offer something again that we think could stand alone on the high street. We have a little mantra that all our team members are called heroes. We believe that they're heroic in what they do. They're part of a company that values them, that they have a say. They can come up with ideas and make a difference to our business, and they get the credit for that. Net Promoter Score, this is a globally recognised way of monitoring your customer service levels. In essence, it boils down to asking a selection of your customers, small survey, but ultimately one question: would they recommend you to friends and families? And you're scored from 1 to 10, and 60% score is deemed as world-class service, the likes that Disney, Apple would be doing, and our scores come back that we're also providing a world-class service. There's been a financial impact. As I said, that's how we're measured, and bills have to be paid, investors have to be paid. The team retention, lots of the team that have worked here have gone on to further their careers with us in other parks that we've acquired. Our customers, as I said, the service levels have increased, and I think it's been a huge benefit to the park. The park's reached a maturity, so we've been talking about whether we can get accommodation that floats on one of our lakes. We're currently building a chip shop, and whilst chip shop is very traditional. There was a need to have traditional fare and traditional fish and chips on the park. We done our research with local chip shops, from the ones that are parts of chains to those that are individually owned. We even went down to Cornwall to have a look at Rick Stein's place to make comparisons and then come up with, what do we want? How does that look like for us and Away Resorts? We want to be different. This is my 11th year. I've seen lots of changes. The place is in a much better position than it was 10 years ago. It was a relatively small park. It's now being a park that we can say is amongst the best in the country.